Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're following me and you're new to my channel, I welcome you with open arms. I'm AspieAnswersAll, or shall we say I'm Aspie. I'm known for most of years. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness, sharing my life stories with Asperger's syndrome and the like, hopefully, so that you can get the lowdown about me in general, so that maybe when you meet someone similar like me with similar traits, that maybe you can approach them with care. However, because obviously, as I said before, many people that are autistics are different regardless what it may be. I also share some mental health and awareness tips and tricks regardless of it all, or shall we say some management techniques and whatnot, hopefully, so that you guys can follow that through, as well as some just everyday stories, or not just stories as such, but just everyday encouragement when you guys are struggling in your own personal struggles, regardless what it may be. So it has been brought to my attention, as I said before, also basically, if you've been following me, that I'm hoping to just try and do as many as I can, regardless of how I feel, regardless of my situation. And I just thank you for some of the ones that has been standing by me through the year and a bit now that I'm on YouTube, that, you know, regardless of what I've been through, that, you know, you've been patient with me when I try to bring out as many topics as possible, regardless what it may be, or just being there regardless what it is. Without you guys, obviously, as I said so many times before, I wouldn't be trying to push myself to try and get out there and actually do what I love doing, which is bringing up messages of hope and everything else that's to my, you know, forte. So, in all further ado, guys, basically, before I begin, this is a disclaimer, as always. I am no medical professional. I'm just a normal everyday Joe blogger, sharing my life stories, regardless what I go through in my everyday life, sharing you how I cope with my everyday life stories and whatnot, so that hopefully when you see any signs and symptoms that arises in these, you can seek professional help or seek an opinion, as well as basically within this, you know, feel free to just, you know, follow it step by step as well, along with also that I don't forever condone self-harm for anybody. So enough for the do, guys. Basically, before I run out of time again, this one's about basically how to overcome social anxiety. They're broken down to 6 steps, as I said so many times before. Many of these videos that you'll see will be step by step, easy to follow, and if some of these don't deem fit for you, or you don't feel it works for you, I clearly suggest just try them and see how you go, because obviously it's not a quick fix just like that with a snap of the fingers or the wave of the magic wand, abracadabra, let's get cured, or whatever it may be. It's all about sharing what is important to us, you know, and hopefully go along with it. So let's begin this before I run out of time. So as I said, this is part 6, putting yourself out there on how to overcome social anxiety. Number 1, prepare for social situations and interactions. As we know, basically, we know that sometimes it can be scary, daunting, overwhelming for most of us that suffers from social anxiety when it comes down to, you know, engaging in social situations and interactions with others. So therefore, what I clearly suggest here is maybe practice some relaxation techniques that will be good for you, be it yoga or whatever it may be, beforehand, and maybe read a paper to have talking points to engage with the people around you at certain social events. That is important, be it, you know, at a wedding, be it at a graduation, or whatever it may be. Prepare a comment to make at a meeting, or have a topic from the radio to discuss over lunch. However, if you like to have to stand up in front of a large group, however, of people to give a presentation or speech, being prepared will give you extra confidence and a bit of self-esteem boost here. Try learning your speech by heart if possible. Sometimes it can be a bit scary. Some of us may be a bit forgetful, but, you know, not knowing what to say, when to say it, or how to say it, and whatever else. But then again, you know, I believe that with a bit of practice here and there, you know, when we learn our speech by heart, we should be able to gain our confidence. This will also help you to avoid forgetting any important points on the day itself, regardless what it is that you're preparing for. Number 2, ask your friends or family for support. As we know, basically, it's important to find some support networks, regardless who it is and where it is at that given moment of time. Even if you are, you know, tackling more and more daunting, you know, fears, the support network out there should be readily accessible and ready to help you in your time of need. If you have to attend a large event such as a party or conference, bring a close friend or family member along with you for support, I should say, humbly. Just having a familiar person around you, however, that is close to you, will make a world of difference and a huge difference in your confidence levels. If you start to feel overwhelmed, turn to your friend and try to keep your mind off your nerves, or just tell your friend that you need to be excused for a while and you'll come back soon or what have you. But sometimes it's not always the case. As I said before, some people might like to just, cut themselves off and isolate themselves, but that's just the way of life. Number 3, expanding your social circle. People who suffer from social anxiety can find it very difficult to put themselves out there in the first place and meet new people. Believe you me, I'm trying my hardest right now to push myself regardless of my anxiety, social anxiety, everything else around me. As you may be following me right now on some of my, travel with me vlogs that I've been doing, getting out of the comfort zone, and hopefully, like I said, maybe sometime this year there'll be some more challenges up my sleeve right now about, traveling further afield, who knows, but I'll keep you posted on that, or just keep an eye out anyway on my channel, and it should hopefully come up. But then again, I'll just, close this time, hopefully we'll let you know regardless what it may be. But as you know, basically, despite these difficulties, putting ourselves out there and meeting new people, this is an essential part of overcoming anxiety, or social anxiety in general, and help us to move forward with life, obviously by expanding them. Maybe we could think, for example, as an advice here, of an activity that we may enjoy a lot of, whether it is knitting, book clubs, social clubs, horseback riding, running, finding a group of people in our local area who shares similar interests like these and more. You'll find it maybe easier to strike up a conversation with them who have similar interests as us of our own. If you get invited to a party or event, however, make sure you say yes. Obviously, people with social anxiety tend to shy away, basically, from the group gatherings, but this can cause you to feel even more isolated and unhappy, however. Make an effort to go to any social gatherings, even if it's only for half an hour. You need to push yourself out of your comfort zone if you want to get better. Believe you me, I'm trying to do that, and I'm trying to, as I said, put information in my head right now, as well as the positivity, and actually tell myself, I can overcome this, anxiety, whatever else it may be, and, I can just beat the blues. I am bigger than this anxiety. I am, better than this anxiety. I can do all things through my own strength or strength of others with the right support network that I have, hopefully. Last but not least, or shall we say 2 more of these tips and advice for you are: take a social skills or assertiveness training class. As we know, certain classes will be able to help us to gain skills, regardless what it may be. It doesn't have to be a social skill class or assertive training class. It can be just any class in general. This is a great way to learn and practice our social skills and assertiveness. However, getting to know the people in our classroom and practicing our skills, with them. And last but not least, number 5, make an appointment with a therapist. If after working on confronting your anxiety triggers for a while and it's still, debilitating you, stopping you from your everyday life, and you're having trouble moving on and down from the list and still suffering from these severe anxieties, whatever it may be, or if your anxiety is debilitating, talk to a professional. They may be able to help you regardless what it may be. They could probably help you through it by just seeking help through medication or some sort of therapies or what have you. But it's best to just, seek help first before anything else. So not further ado, guys, basically this ends part 6 of it all. Putting yourself out there. Give me the like for thumbs up for support. Comment below if I missed out anything. Feel free to follow me on my channel, as well as just subscribing to my channel, so hopefully that we can engage with one another. Feel free to share these videos around to family and friends, because as I said before, I can't stress it enough, some of these videos may be of value and use to you or others around you. So and without further ado, thanks for your support, thanks for watching, do what you love what you do. Aspie signing out, and I'll see you all again soon. Ciao.